Hi, everyone. In case anybody wanted an update on my cat Morpheus, who I mentioned a few episodes back that his behavior had changed, it's almost like he heard me talking about him and understood because a couple of nights afterward, he went back to his normal self in some ways, but also in other ways, he has become like my best friend. And that sounds so weird to say because I already have a best friend in a cat. I love all my cats, but he's my number one dude. I've had that dude for 14 years and he is my best friend. This other cat, Morpheus, was the one I think I'd mentioned that at my last job is where I got him from. And he just ran away because I was talking about him. Yeah, so he's back to normal. I don't know what the hell happened. It's so frustrating not knowing what caused his behavior, like why he was so withdrawn, and it just disappeared. And I have had, this sounds so weird to say, but we've had this cat for, Alicia said that's 7 years, so it's like 6-7 years we've had this cat. I have never had to work so hard on a cat relationship before. I can't even believe I'm saying this out loud, but I have been working and chipping away at this cat to try to get him to love me more. That sounds so ridiculous. He's a loving cat, but like he was not, I can't believe I'm talking about my cat. I'm sorry. I just am going to do it. He is a loving kitty, but I think that he did not get the parenting that he needed because he was taken away from his mommy too soon. Like we were feeding him kitty milk, like that's how young he was. And he didn't learn social skills, just basic shit he didn't learn. We had to teach him that like you have to clean yourself, when you're dirty on a regular basis, because he wasn't doing that. It was so weird. And so he's gotten better with that stuff, but he's always been like on his own, and he doesn't like too many pets. He doesn't like being talked to too much. And I took him home. Like he should love me more, but more than Alicia, or more than he does or did. But anyways, the point is now all of a sudden it's the opposite. He lets me pet him as much as I want. I can talk to him all the time. I've kept his little cat bed next to me in bed. I know that sounds weird, but he sleeps there all the time. Like when I go to bed, he goes to bed. When I get up, he gets up. There's this little cat tree behind my recliner that he sits in all day, looks out the window, follows me around. And so I have no idea if whatever happened to him made him love me more. Maybe he appreciated that I was so attentive when he was withdrawn. I don't know. And whatever it is, I'm glad that I finally have won him over. It has just taken so long. I don't ever have to work this hard for animals, and cats aren't that hard, despite what people say. All you have to do is just be nice to your cats and love them. And they'll love you unconditionally and they'll want to be around you all the time. But anyways, that's not why I got on to record. I only got on here real quick because I just wanted to share something that made me happy. I have been sending out, I think I talked about this. I should just stop saying I think I did, or maybe I did, because I never remember. My talking, dude, sorry. I never remember. Forgive me, I've only been up for 2 hours. It takes at least 4 for me to function properly. So I sent out a letter of interest to an editor. So I was looking at a few publishing companies that I wanted to potentially work with. And I sent them like letters of interest indicating like, hey, I think your company sounds cool. Can we collaborate or something? And I heard back from one of them. Actually, I should back up a bit. No, I shouldn't. No, I'm not there yet. Okay, so like I sent the LOI. I heard back from this lady, and she was interested in my turnaround times. She had a question about Upwork because I had included a link to my profile and also a link to my website. And she wanted to know if I would do a paid sample for her for my regular rates. So I was so shocked that somebody was actually interested because I don't know, like I send these things out with hope, and I don't send a lot of them. But I always have hope that I don't ever think is going to amount to anything. Like I just assume I'm never going to hear back, but I need to know that I'm doing something, to try to like work with other people to obtain more work for myself. And so I replied to her and I told her, because she wanted to know like how I was able to turn around books so quickly. And I told her, and she wanted to have, sorry, you guys, I'm sorry. I can't go back and re-record. If you should be able to follow along. You're autistic. So you should know like what's going on here in my head. But anyways, so she wanted to have a talk, quote, editor to editor. I had no idea, like, if that meant email, but when somebody says something like that, I assume they're going to want to get on the phone or something. And so I wrote her back and I answered some of her questions, and I explained that I have auditory processing issues and I hope she's okay with just messaging and email because I can't do video or phone. And it's the truth. And as far as my turnaround times, I've been starting to tell people, I don't know, like I still don't know if this is correct to do or whatever, or if I'm overthinking it, but I turn around books really, really quickly. Like what takes people 2 weeks to do will take me 2 days because that's all I do here is I hang out with my cats and I work on books and I love it. But sometimes I'll get the occasional client who has this pretty big book and they're suspicious or skeptic that I am going to do good work because of how quickly I said I would get it back. And so I've decided to just tell people I'm autistic. Nothing less than my best is acceptable to me. And I just hang out at home all day with cats and work on books for hours. So I'm not rushing or anything like that. But anyways, so she wrote me back, and this is the first time this has happened. She said, we're kindred spirits and that she's autistic too. And she also has auditory processing issues, and she has 9 cats, which makes me feel good about the 4 that we have. I can't believe she said that because I included, sorry if this is too much information, but I'm autistic and ... And then I explained because, I'm just going to go with the truth. It's the truth. I can't talk on the phone. It's just, I can't hear very well. I can't understand stuff. I need to see the written word. I need to have time to understand what somebody is saying. I need to have time to craft my response. You guys know how it is. And, I just couldn't believe it. So I wrote her back and I was like, oh my gosh, you just made my day. Thank you. And I didn't hear back at all yesterday because this was like a couple days ago, I think. Yeah, I didn't hear back at all from her yesterday. And then this morning I get an email that said, sorry, I haven't sent you. She didn't send me the sample work yet that she wanted, but she wrote me today just to tell me that she has a lot of anxiety. She has difficulties returning messages or emails in a timely manner. She has several part-time jobs she does in addition to editing. And I cannot believe that somebody is willing to share that with me. And so I'm confused a little bit because my mind, when I'm in the professional mode, I keep my messages professional. I'm including the autistic piece because it's just the truth. And I need to just start telling people this because otherwise they're going to ask questions and then it's just going to be, I just need to tell them. Anyways. And so I've never had this happen to where this professional replies with this personal information about herself. And I don't know, I guess it's so difficult for me. Like, I can be friendly and professional. That's not a problem. But I get a bit confused with, like, is it overstepping when you start talking more personal when it's a new professional relationship? I don't know how to navigate that shit. So I'm just kind of going to go with, like, I'm just going to take her lead, I guess. Or I don't know if this even sounds weird. Like, this stuff that I have been wanting my entire life, which is to find other people like me, it's happening. And it is giving me anxiety because it's like, wow, okay, every time I get these emails or like something like this, which like this is a first response, but like I get emails from you guys, which I appreciate every single time. I don't remember what I was saying. What the fuck? Sorry. Am I getting better with my swearing? I think that was the first time I swore. I could be wrong. I guess I sound jumbled, I guess, because I have a combination of anxiety and excitement going on right now. Which makes me pause like this. Like, that's a whole thing too. I just feel very anxious and very excited at the same time. I feel very seen by this stranger. I can't believe she shared that with me. Because like I always have thoughts of like, who am I? Like, why would somebody want to share something like that with me? You know what I mean? Like, I just still have like negative thoughts like that. But anyways, this was the first time I've told another professional that this is why I can't do phone or video, and this is why I can turn a work around really quickly, because that's the truth. And turns out, I guess, telling the truth isn't so bad. I don't have to hide these parts of myself, and I keep saying this out loud on my episodes because I have to keep reminding myself that it's okay to tell people I'm autistic. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm proud of it. And I have to just accept that there's going to be people I'll come across during my life that aren't going to be too receptive, but at the same time, I am not unfamiliar with people like that, because those are the types of people that have been like in my life for years, just not nice people and who want to judge. Anyways, I need to get off of here now. This is a short one. I just wanted to get on to say this is very exciting. I hope other people are having things like this happen. Do you feel as happy as I do when stuff like this happens? Or like if it happened for the first time, did you feel, I don't know how you felt. Can you tell me? I gotta go now. Thanks for listening. I'm not on anything, I promise. I gotta go. I gotta go. Bye. Sorry, I'm weird. Bye.